Oh, it is beautiful to see the green base is back. January has wrapped up in Boom Beach. Congratulations. But to start things off, we got the critter cannons this week, and that is hype. We also got some pretty alright tribes, as we got critter cost reduction and also GBE. So that's going to be fun to attack with here. Hopefully I can get a couple good attacks in, and maybe we can get a big upgrade at the end. I think I have an hour left on a on a rocket launcher, and I got a good amount of loot, so we'll see how many bases my troops can take out today, being the critter cannon. And then kind of a different hero approach today, bringing brick. I don't use brick a lot, and we are bringing brick cluster grenade, which this is like a once in a year opportunity here. Why am I throwing critters out? I'm attacking like this is a normal strat here, but essentially the point of using all critter cannons, it's not the best strategy, but you can make critter cannons very useful in other strategies. But we have to pay our respects. I said this in the sort of sneak peek, where you gotta pay respect to the OG proto troop here and do like all critter cannon attacks, at least 5 of them. But I can't wait to see them with like heavy Zuka or something like that. I've definitely done that in the past. They're very helpful. But today is all about paying respect. So let's go ahead. I think with this strategy, it's going to pay to target a lot of the splash damage defenses, like rocket launchers, I guess shock launchers, and then flamethrowers as well. The thing about flamethrowers, there is a flamethrower health boost in the tribe, so that makes it, if they have that boosted up, it makes flamethrowers a bit harder to bar down, but that's okay. We could spend our shock bombs on that. I guess there's 2 flamethrowers right here pounding on my critters, so we're going to shock it, and we should be good from here on out. What I'm forgetting to use is cluster grenade, so I think cluster grenade most definitely takes out the own critters, which is quite sad. It's okay, but yeah, I think brick in general just takes out a bunch of critters. It's kind of looking like that. I'm not quite sure though. That would be news to me, but we'll get one final shock on this base. Actually, we could probably get a couple more. I guess we don't really need them. But yeah, the critters should add up here, and we should be able to get our first victory against a green base alert. My friend, the ice base is no longer here. You can't blend your green statues in. There's a little bit of contrast there, trying to hide it from me. No, I'm just playing. But hopping into the next base, let's see what we got here. I just don't like the grapplers at the start. It gives me a little bit of a headache because it might pull one critter cannon or brick or something like that. So we're going to throw a box of critters to coat it, which is nice because it is only 4 energy for that first box of critters, so it's actually useful. But now we can just spend money on wreaking havoc on this base, and by money I mean GBE, of course. So let's throw a couple barrages out, test the waters, see what defenses are holding up, which aren't. Looks like the rocket launcher and shock launcher are both gone, targeting the floor. Whoa, I didn't see that. I should have saw that. Look at right here. That is going to be one heck of a shock once we get in the range of that. But let's pop a cluster grenade and see how much damage it does. Yeah, it doesn't do as much damage as I was kind of hoping it would. When I was scouting out the stats of it, I was like, wow, that actually sounds pretty good. And I think it was like the initial damage is quite a bit. And then after that, like, let's see, is Brick targeting the... What's Brick targeting? You're right next to the Grappler and you weren't targeting it? But like when you throw the cluster grenade, like after it initially hits, it like spreads out and takes other stuff out, and it says it's like 700 damage. But what I failed to realize, or what I didn't want to realize, is it's spread out 700 damage, so each defense only gets like 200 damage worth or whatever. You guys can see it barely even chunks it, so you almost have to spam it to see a difference. But the initial, like if it's targeting a defense that you actually need to get taken out, the initial one is quite a bit more, so that's useful. But like the cluster grenade, like the spread afterwards is just not worth it. But it's alright. This is actually going to be a doozy here because we have to get through a shield generator, and that is not going to be fun. Let's get a... How did that miss the other rocket launcher there? Is my aim that bad? I really thought there was no chance I missed that. Well, that's not true, but I'm kind of flustered that it did not did not get taken out. But it's alright, I guess. We'll let our critters hopefully work their way. I guess we're doing a good amount of damage. I think it's mostly Brick here doing the damage. Let's see. Alright, I think that took out a bunch of critters. Some survived there. But I popped a cluster grenade, and we are doing a bit of damage to the HQ. So, alright, good effort by the critters. This is already getting a bit slow, but we still have a few more attacks to get in with the all-critter cannons. But as soon as this is over and we go for a regular strat, they are going to be extremely useful and helpful to a ordinary strat. It's going to take any ordinary strat and make it the best strat. I'll tell you that. Alright. But let's see how our critter cannons do here. Again, coat it with a box of critters because it takes them just a second to get set and start firing, and we don't want her. Okay, I guess every defense was not. Oh, one of the critter cannons got targeted there. We'll place down a med kit and see how we can aid it, but it got hit by a sniper tower shot there, and that's just unacceptable because critter cannons, they might look like tanks or something like that, but they are soft in the soul, so you need to be gentle with them and make sure they don't take an excess amount of sniper tower hits. But I guess the hope of throwing down on the left hand side, I guess there isn't really. This kind of used to be my base design, something like this where you would spread out the 2 shield generator design, where you would have them spread out on opposite sides, and it just made the attack kind of painful, even though my base would always get beat anyway. But I think when you have a ton of ice statues, I think this person might have a ton of ice statues, or just 4 of them. It does get very useful. I think at the time I probably didn't have any, so it wasn't that helpful. Just maybe distracted people a little bit, you know, made them work a little bit extra for that little bit of loot they were gonna get. But yeah, I guess the hope here is they eventually at least take out one of the shield generators, and then we'll bull rush our way through the other one. But we are starting to get trouble. I have not had an energy return in a second here. Once we get through that flamethrower, I expect it to step up a bit. But Brick, come on. Alright, you were able to get it. Good job, Brick. And now we just kind of sit here and wait, hoping eventually we can take out enough defenses to see some progress here. So I think a lot of our critters are dying from this clump right here. So we're going to get a nice shock. I actually got everything shocked, and look at that. As soon as I do it, we're actually making progress here. Who would have thought? We'll get another one because, okay, that time I missed the rocket launcher. Alright, it's okay. It won't be too big of a deal to us, and eventually our critters are going to work their way over there anyway. Alright, now we took out the shock launcher, so we're able to favor one of the sides more. I think that helped me out a bit, even though the diameter change wasn't, it was just a diameter change. I don't even know what I'm saying. But we should be able to get through this and finish up our attack. So I need one more after this, and then I got my 5 dedicated all critter cannon attacks in, and we can move on to far superior strats. Even though I guess this, like, we're not even close to really losing. Our biggest fear is that we just run out of time. And I don't think that's really possible from this standpoint. Maybe, I don't know. Once we get through the second shield generator, it will go a bit quicker. But, yeah, look at that. We got a good amount of damage. And a cluster grenade, which took out the back half of the critters. That's really... Honestly, that's just kind of fun to do. Seeing the critters die, and then the critter cannons are like, come back. And they just essentially revive them, or replace them would be a better descriptor there. Alright, one final base. Let's see, 39. Let's see what's... Whoa. Interesting. Is that a... I can't even tell. Looks like a starfish. Alright. Usually those just wash up on the beach, but I really like your design. And I'm going to destroy your design here. So it's nice that at the front here, it looks like most of the splash damage we can just throw a... Okay, I missed... Why am I getting so bothered by simple misses here? I should be hitting these. That's probably why, but of course I missed a machine gun. Just give me the perfect shock. That's all I'm asking for, but, wow. Is there an ice statue somewhere? Alright, I guess there is one ice statue. Which think it's flamethrower health is the, yeah, I already established that. Flamethrower health is the boosted tribe, but that rocket launcher just seemed like it wasn't taking damage and it was bothering me. Alright, but eventually we'll get through here. Actually, Cluster Grenade is going to be really effective on this base because of how clumped up the defenses are, so I'm going to spam that until I can't spam it anymore. Should be able to get one more in. I don't know, I think it did, it took down this couple sniper towers to about a quarter health there, so it wasn't completely ineffective, but it's, maybe I just need to max out my Cluster Grenade before I actually judge here, but sadly, this base design has made this attack kind of come to a standstill a little bit, and it's actually taken out a considerable amount of my critter cannons. No wonder this attack's slowing down. Wow. Is this the base design that stops critter cannons? Like Starfish shaped. That is cool. Alright, but I guess just pop a Cluster Grenade. Hopefully it works out. Yeah, I'm baffled that this kind of base design is actually working. It could be, like, it's perfectly just, I don't even know, it's perfectly spreading out the critter cannons enough to not be effective. But I guess I could flare them and, like, centralize them, or consolidate them of sorts, and that would help out, but I don't know. I just like them. I like when they just do their thing. I'm going to reposition flare here, and hopefully none of them die to the shock blasters, but I'm sad because that's like a possibility here. Maybe eventually we'll be able to get through this. 1:25 remaining. Thankfully, no shield generators to work through. I see that shock launcher almost dead. And then over here, I'm going to try and take out this rocket launcher. Down it goes. Alright, so now we should be good. But this base was giving me some nerves for a second there. It baffles me because it just looks like one of those base designs that is almost troll. And maybe that's the intention. But it also slowed down my critter cannon. I guess that's like kind of the same amount of time we've been ending with. It just takes a long time. Just in the middle of that base, I really was like nervous we weren't going to be able to take that out. But I guess that's just a bit of delusions. Let's speed that up so I don't log off here and forget to upgrade something when it runs out and lose the loot. Alright, we'll get a boom cannon upgrade. And now we can't really convert anything, I guess iron and gold. So we'll convert that because we spent a lot of our stuff and we still have to boost up our riflemen and medics if we use a strat of that. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thanks for making it to the end. Enjoy critter cannons for the week. Remember, get your 5 attacks in and then let me know what to attack or which strats to use critter cannons in because I'm not sure what I'm thinking yet. But yeah, we'll see you guys in tomorrow's Boom Beach video. Bye-bye.